Isn't it so frustrating when those hooks creep back in your game after taking so long to completely get rid of this shot? You've worked so hard, you've put all your energy and time into trying to get rid of those hook shots, you've managed to finally do it, then all of a sudden it creeps back in your game. Well, in today's video, we're going to be showing you an entire live golf lesson down here at the Golf Projects that shows you a great step-by-step drill that you can do to help you fix those hook shots in your golf game. If you're someone that's doing this issue that we're about to show you, this is a must if you want to stop those hooks. Welcome to the channel. My name is Harry, PGA Golf Professional down here at the Golf Projects, transforming golfers worldwide. And if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button since it helps me produce more informative content like this. And drop those comments down below the tips or drills video topic you would like me to cover in a future one. And just before we dive into the video, I just want to tell you a little bit more about Jake, who came to see me suffering with the hooks. So Jake first started seeing me for lessons a couple of months ago, really suffering with swinging very much over the top, getting very steep onto the golf ball, almost leaning back of his upper body and leaving the club face well open to his path. In simple terms, he was hitting some really big slices. And over time, we've worked on an excellent transition move that's going to help him, that has helped him in fact, get the club working more shallower, rotating through the golf ball, improving that angle of attack and seeing miles better ball striking, improving his scores as well. However, we've started to creep the other way. We've started to creep into hitting those hook shots, almost the pull draws with the irons, then working our way into the hooks with the driver. So in this video now, we're going to be looking at exactly why this was the case, something that he was doing in his golf swing that if you're doing as well, you will never stop hooking your drives if you continue doing this. And throughout the video, you'll notice chapters at the bottom of the screen, so feel free to skip to parts if you'd like to see the drill in full action. It'll be somewhere down here. If you'd like to see the entire step-by-step routine, you can watch that also. So since the last lesson then, how have you been finding the golf?
The golf has been good,
yeah?
I would say. It's getting better.
Yeah, good.
I feel like I know what I'm doing a little bit more than I did before. I say that, and then I went to the range the other day and it didn't go well. But everything's sort of, it's weird. So like, obviously when we were first practicing, we were getting a bit of like a fade, and now it seems to have like almost overcompensated, and it's more of like almost like a draw is my miss, and then with driver it's like a snap hook.
Okay, well I suppose it's a good thing that we've sort of got rid of that slice totally. You know, we've been working on trying to feel that shallower approach into the ball, and turning more's obviously must have made a big difference.
I do feel that, and it feels like it works when I sort of catch it perfect. See, everything comes in the right order. It seems to work properly, but my miss is like, it's almost like my hands go too fast before my
body turns.
Hips fire through. So instead of like being like there, I'm like here. So like the club face is still that way, but everything's closed off.
So I'm guessing it feels like you get. Does it feel like you almost get a little bit stuck and then have to over-rotate the arms to bring you back? Okay, that's fine. We'll have a look at a couple of shots anyway, and then we'll take it from there.
You'll see what I mean.
Okay. That one sounded a good strike.
Yeah, it sounded alright. Like, see,
well,
like
that's the one that we're noticing now.
Yeah. So like, it's almost like what seems to get rid of it, sometimes, is if I imagine like as I'm coming down, before I start moving my body, do like the little like side thrust. Yeah. Before I bring my arms through, if that makes sense.
So when you say that, do you mean more of the feeling of, so when you get to the top, that hip's going that way in a way, as the club's coming more out in front?
Like
oh, so as in like a shift forward, you mean? So like that way?
Yeah, as in like. So what I'm imagining in my head is when I come down and it goes left, is that my hands are hit. So I'm trying to draw it. So I'm trying to come in behind me like that. Yeah. But because my hips haven't moved, my hips are like still facing forward. It comes through like that. Whereas if I draw it and then try and think of like that, then
almost getting the body out the way.
Yeah, kind of like if I'm almost like trying to push it out that way. Yeah. But because I'm pushing it out that way, it comes through square, I think. But
okay. And do you ever find that they just go straight right because of it as well? Okay. So we've almost gone the opposite, haven't we? We had that slice or pull, now we've gone to sort of a hook motion or a slight little push. But I'm guessing the hook is the one that we're noticing more of.
Yeah, the hook is
more like that.
Yeah, and the strike is much more consistent in terms of like before, like, you know, I was getting all sorts of shots, whereas now it's always just like left of the target.
Yeah.
So slight, but it varies in terms of how hooky it is, and like the more club I use, the more hooky it is.
Okay, yeah, got you. So the more exaggerated
yeah.
that move is, you would say.
Yeah.
I guess at speed as well, obviously, if your arms are going to go quicker first, you're going to just close the face down even more because of it as well. It might not necessarily be the fact that, oh, it's a longer club, it's just going to go further left. It could be just because, well, a longer club's going to encourage more club head speed. So you're going to do that rotation more.
If I slow down my swing, it comes out like the other day I was at the range and everything was just going dead left. Okay. And then I just suddenly slowed down my swing.
Yep.
And it was going shorter, but everything was like nice and straight. So it might be timing, I don't know.
Timing, it could be. Yeah, no, we can have a look anyway. So have a couple more shots and then we'll take a look at the swing from both angles.
Okay, well that one wasn't very good. Yeah.
That one looked really good.
Yeah, that like I say, that was a good strike, but it's still going left. That's like the bane of my existence, you know that. I cannot for the life of me get myself stopping going like that.
Almost lifting upwards before the
cannot,
ball.
I don't know if it's just my inflexibility, but I just cannot for the life of me get
low.
Yeah.
I mean, what we've been working in the past, I mean, if I just take the club and show you, just stand over there next to that camera. I mean, what we've been working on recently is obviously we focus on the takeaway to start off with.
Yeah.
Because you noticed it going a little bit too much this way.
Yeah.
And when you've got this way in the swing, the only way we can swing from there is over the top.
Yeah.
So what we've been working is getting you set in more of what we call P1 position, the club face working more square, and then getting the swing to sort of go more upwards and upright into this position here, because now you've got more room, obviously, to shallow the club and rotate. It almost looks like, and we'll have a look on the video later on, but it looks like that we're going a little bit too much this way. It's almost dragging that right arm a bit too far behind you, so it's almost too connected in the swing. And when you get to here and you rotate, you almost have to get the body to stop and allow the hands to catch up. So that's what I'm seeing just from that video there. If you just watch it, or well, come here actually and watch it. If we have a look at this and zoom in. Looks great at the top there.
Yeah.
Then as you're swinging down, you can see there, good turn. Looks like that right arm gets a little bit stuck, and you can see there, if I was to draw a line, you can see it's come a little bit separated from your body.
Yeah.
That point there. If I was to draw a line there, so that line on the right is that separation that's just gone. Those two lines there show the angle that you're creating in that trail arm. So let me just take those away now. So it almost looks like we've gone from the top of the swing being at this point here. So we have a look at the room there. Right. Then as you get to that point, you can see that angle there has increased quite a lot. So we almost want to look at almost maybe reducing that, but we can have a look at...
As in like the club should be more like...
Yeah, exactly, so we should see the club more on this angle.
Casting almost.
Yeah, so we're almost casting on the downswing, but that's something that you've had to do because you've been so used to...
I've always, I was going to say I've always...
Again, it all links. Once we work the club this way, and that's what you did when you started to come and see me, was from here. Well, you can see there, we're extending that arm outwards, aren't we? The lead arm. Then from there, you're going to have to jump up to make sure you make contact. If you stay low, you're just going to hit the ground first.
Yeah.
So now we've got that bit right at the top. Now we're starting to see the club working more shallower. It's just all about getting them to work in sync, exactly. Because we don't want to see that club face shut, and we don't want to see the path too far on the inside either. There's almost leveling it all out now, because you've gone from one. Now we've pushed you a little bit too far, which is better than not far enough. It's going to be easy to bring you back a touch. Does that make sense?
No, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, and like what you said, the explanation makes sense in terms of.
So let's have a look at the other swing. So we've got that one there. I'm going to increase on this one here. So when we have a look at these two here, posture and setup's great.
Yeah.
You know, we've been working on that since day one. Takeaway. Excellent there, you can see the club is pretty much covering those hands there, and it's perfectly parallel to the spine angle. That's really good for position 2 there. Great takeaway position. We just take this away now, work our way up to the top. Now we can start to see from this point here as we work our way up to the top, this right arm gets a little bit behind us.
Yeah.
Which isn't a bad thing, because that's going to make it easy for us to shallow the club and get it more working on the inside, as opposed to getting too over the top. But you'll notice from this point here, now we've got you working on shallowing that club. If you have a look at the video on the right, this here is miles better than before.
Yeah.
That club a couple of lessons ago was more over here, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Now we're getting it more in line, more towards the golf ball.
And that's where the better strike's coming from, presumably.
Absolutely, yeah, because that's just helping that angle of attack.
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're allowing that club there to shallow this way a bit more, as opposed to pulling the club this way. When we pull the club that way, we get stuck, and then obviously it's easy to get that two-way miss with the strike, the thins and the duff shots. Whereas this one here, if we're shallowing it out, we can just rotate, like I've mentioned in the past, which is a great position to be in that. So we'll keep this moving a bit more. So this is where it almost not falls apart, but as I mentioned before, that trail arm, this is where it gets a bit interesting, because you can see those two videos there. You can have a look on here as well, is that from this position here, trail arm is a little bit stuck on the right hand side of the body. You can see there on this video here on the left, come and have a closer look just so you can see this. Obviously we've got that there as well. So we've got a bit of separation going on, bit of disconnection, although in the actual swing itself it's very connected, working on the inside, but that trail arm is a bit disconnected, being a bit away, bringing this gap in play against the body and that trail arm. Here you can see it almost looks stuck on this side. Yeah. So it looks to me like what you're doing there. Yeah, exactly. It almost looks to me like what you're doing there is you're getting that club working shallower here, but then you don't want to get this nice and tucked in, because from there you've got no chance of hitting the ball. So you almost bring this out to make sure you square out the face. Yeah. So we almost want to try and create a little bit more room for you during the downswing, and that's what's going to delay that wrist movement there. But we also want to try and feel like we're almost holding it off a bit more. So we get to here, come down, get a bit stuck, then we have to bring ourselves upwards and extend upwards, and you can see there that trail arm starts to extend early, straighten up too early, and that's when we get that release. And obviously it's very easy then to close it off and see those pull draws.
That's assuming white goes quite high as well, because I've not got any forward shaft lean when I actually hit the ball. It's like,
from this point you've got shaft lean, but then from there it almost just disappears, whereas we almost want to try and really force that to hold on for a bit longer, just after we've made contact with the ball. If it's somewhere here and we're sort of allowing this release to take place, increase loft, see them go too far to the left. So if we have a look at the videos again, just to finish off at impact, you can see there we get a bit stuck, and there's that trail arm extension. So this one here, right arm, is too straight at impact.
And I'm too high.
It's great to see that left arm straight.
I was going to say,
great position
it's
there.
Not as bad as it used to look.
And then when you have a look at this one here, if we just take it back a bit and then bring it through, you can see you haven't got a lot of room between the arms and the body, have you?
No.
It's almost getting a bit too stuck.
Which I guess that would make sense why when it does hit a good shot, I almost feel like if I am aiming straight and I try and hit it that way, I'm assuming that's because I'm trying to almost throw my arms out.
Exactly, to stop yourself. Exactly. So the golf swing will always work in reactions. I've spoken to you about this in the past, where, well, for you, the reaction is as soon as you get to the top and start turning, well, if you're going to get stuck and bring the hands too close to the body here, you're going to react and push them away. So that's the idea of it. If we keep them too close, we're almost going to do two things. We're going to top the golf ball, we're going to duff it. So doing this here is helping you sort of recover from that off-centre strike, helping you make better contact although it's not the type of contact that we want.
Yeah, it's not.
We want more compression, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Need more compression.
Yeah, when we have a look at this, the details then, on those last few shots, club path there, what's really impressive to see is that from last session, having a look at all these, they're all into out.
Yeah.
Whereas when you first came, we were struggling to get -2, -3, weren't we? You know, it was around the -5, -6 out to win. So that's great to see there. All we need to feel now is allowing the arms to almost come on underneath the chest as we're working our way through. And then that's going to help you set the club, get that shaft lean that we want, more room, and then get that compression, leads to straighter shots. All making sense?
It makes sense.
Yeah, good. Right. So we're going to start off by having a couple of drill swings. I'm just going to change this on the system to an A time just so you can see, we can compare the difference between before and afterwards. And to start off with, I'm just going to show you the drill we're going to do. It's very similar, you know, when we had the alignment stick in the left arm, to really encourage that motion there, with the hands holding off and swinging more left. You can see what that does to the club face, leaves it holding off a bit longer.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is we're going to make a few chipping swings, just swing into here, and I want you to feel like that club is almost going to swing out to win. So from here, the motion is encouraging that upper body to turn this way. So watch this, it's all coming from, for me, I almost just feel like my sternum here is staying on top of the golf ball, and I'm just turning that way. Don't know why TrackMan picks that up then, but anyway. So from here, it's just over the golf ball, and you can see my hands are working left this way.
Yeah. And that does feel like, when I do that, it does feel like you're going out to in almost, doesn't it? Like,
yeah. So the way to think, it's easy to get into out if you're using the lower body more, which is what we've got you doing.
Yeah.
Easy to get out to win if you work the upper body more. So it's trying to find that match for you,
the
basically.
balance between the two. Yeah,
exactly.
That makes sense.
So just swing up to my hand here and stop. That's it. So the feeling here is really encourage that sternum to stay on top of the ball. That's it. And then work in that way. Yeah, that's it.
So
there. That's it. Good. We don't need to force the sternum to sort of go over.
Yeah.
Just as long as you stay in that posture position there, rather than jumping upwards.
Yeah, I get you. So just kind of.
So what would you do to hit? A good example of this is what would you do to hit a low punch out of the trees? If you're trying to see a gap and you're trying to go underneath two different trees either side, yeah, it's that motion. That's exactly it.
Which would explain why when I always assume it's something up here, because whenever I do like a little punch shot from like here,
yeah,
it tends to do more what I want it to do than not. Yeah.
yeah, because you're working that upper body a little bit more for you. Yeah.
So
that's it. Good. Do a few more like that. Good. Feels awkward, that, doesn't it now?
I'm just not very flexible in general.
Good. Keep going. Nice. Yep, good. Okay, so what you can allow for now is that when you get to obviously your finished position, just stand there, I'll show you. What you can allow is when you start to turn into the ball and through, you can allow just for the chest to lift upwards.
Yeah.
So it's almost as if you go in, staying over and then lifting up there. So,
rather than staying over it.
yeah, exactly. That's it. Good. Really good. And what does that feel like to you? Where's the feeling coming from?
The what, sorry?
Where's the feeling coming from? So is it the upper body more? Is it
the
hip turning, the arms?
Like that bit there almost.
Okay. That's it. Good.
And that elbow there feels like it's more
Yeah.
like that rather than like...
Exactly, your spot. Yeah, so that right arm when you get that motion there on the downswing, it's coming this way.
Yeah.
So you're going to see a lot of forearm rotation to extend it. You can see there. What we're doing here is we're sort of stopping that and eliminating it. So feeling more of that. So it almost feels like, I bet your elbow more sort of pointing towards.
Yeah, that's definitely. Yeah, it definitely
body.
feels more like it's like it like almost like it's in my belly button.
Yeah,
almost.
that's exactly it. There you go. Good. Really good. So it's not a bad thing for you if you feel that setup just for these shots. Setting the right arm. So imagine you're going to do a bicep curl. That's it. Yeah. So you're setting the right arm in that position there. Because if it's this way and we exaggerate it, it's very easy to drag it this way.
To bend it a bit more.
Yeah, exactly. So open it. That's it.
I almost feel like they're almost like connected between the two.
Yeah. You don't need to worry about this one. This one can stay as it is. It's just the right one. Set there. That's it. So you should feel a bit easier to keep that right arm more flexed. So bend as you're coming through to impact, and that's going to help you, like we mentioned earlier, get that shaft lean into the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2 more. That's it. Good. 1 more.
1 more.
Yeah, nice. Really good. Okay. So here's the tricky part. We're going to bring in an alignment stick, similar to what we did with the takeaway. You're right there. Are you back? It's tough.
I'm getting old, you know.
Did you go to the gym today?
I have been to the gym today.
Right. Well, that's why you shouldn't have done that. Right. So that's going to go there.
Okay.
That's it. On that side.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Perfect. So the way to think here is obviously we don't need to work on the takeaway, but we can just feel that stick staying touching on the left side. Just to this position here. The hard thing to do now is on the way through, don't let that alignment stick touch you.
Don't let it touch you.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh, that is harder than I. So as in like.
So you don't need to try and force that stick to stay touching the left side of the body, but let's have it touching to start off with.
Yeah.
So at address. So when you take the club back now and stop, so now you can see there's a bit of movement. It's moved away from the body. So now as you come through, don't let it touch.
Don't let it touch.
Yeah, don't let it touch the left side. That's it.
It definitely touched the left side.
So it's almost feeling like we're getting here and then feel it over the ball. So now you can feel it more in the wrist.
Yeah.
Look how much you can do that now you've got the wrist in that position. So now we're getting more flexion in that wrist, which is good. So there, hold it. That's it. Really good. That's the one. Nice. Unlucky. It's tricky when you go quicker as well because the alignment stick is going to bend, so just go slower.
Go slow.
Yeah. That's it. Good. That's the one. Really good. Really good. Great effort. That's it. Excellent. That was really good. Well done. Really good. Yeah, great.
Oh, nearly. A bit fast that one, to be fair.
Good. Nice. That's it. Really good. So go again for me, just here. Okay. And then force. That's the one. There. Could you feel that extra bit of tension in the wrist as I was doing that then? Yeah. So it's almost trying to, when you get to the top, we want to feel, obviously we're getting that turn over the ball and swinging left, but almost feel as soon as you get to here, and you will feel it, the set in the wrist.
Yeah.
That way. See if you can hold that angle.
So hold.
So get to the top there. Now you've got the set in the wrist just naturally. Yeah.
Yeah. Just try and keep.
Just keep it there. That's it. Good. Really good.
Yeah, I can feel that.
Good. And then through. Excellent. Well done. And obviously, as soon as you get to this point here, probably about there, is where we're going to start to see the release take place.
Yeah.
So if we exaggerate it like this, great. Because that's that feel versus real concept.
Yeah.
We've got to really exaggerate that forward shaft lean. To see it almost just ahead of the ball when it comes to making full swings.
Feel versus real, I like that.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, really good. Well done. Okay, right, I'm going to take that lime stick away.
There you go.
Right, so let's make a couple of shots. Now, just swing into there again and feeling that move on the way through. And let's see, we're going to have a look at the data now. And the only one I'm going to put on is the club path.
So hitting the ball, yeah?
Yeah, so we're going to hit the ball. I'm not bothered about where the golf shots go. The goal is to see if we can get that club path to be, well, the lowest we've had. Let's have a look what the lowest we've had is so far. So 6 iron. Okay, so there's 3.2. And then we just check the other one. So 2.6 is your lowest, averaging there around 4 to 5. So let's try and get it to 1. But we've got to feel like we're really cutting across it to get to there. If you get in the minus, brilliant.
Okay. Keeping that set. So basically just the same drill as I was doing just now.
Exactly. So just narrow a stance for me, just to encourage a shorter swing. You can go as slow as you want doing this. Good. It's going to feel weird at first.
Always does.
Pick it up. It's okay. Keep going. I was in the way of the camera on that one. Right. There we go. I'm going to bring the camera back to this angle now as well. Hang on. That's it. Good.
Okay.
Okay,
Here we
let's
go.
see it. Good. Really good.
Came out the middle.
Let's have a look. Don't know why it's not picking up that number. Let's have a look at the shot. Okay. Keep going.
Straight, that's the main thing.
Let's have a look at this move though. Looks good there. Look at the room you've got there now.
Yeah.
I know
right.
obviously it's a chipping swing, if not a little bit bigger than a chipping swing, but that there is great.
Looks a lot better, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Always looks better. I suppose it, like you say, it is a chipping swing, but my heels, like, I'm not having to come up on that right heel to make the extra room to sort of.
Absolutely. You're just going that way, aren't you?
Yeah. Let's try it again.
Hey,
Hey.
minus 1.5. Really good. So that was out to win on that one. Great there with the takeaway. Yeah, working it that way. That's good.
And do we want out to win, or do we want in to out? Or
So
does
with
it
a
not
chip
really-
shot,
yeah.
we want to encourage, for the time being, that minus number. You know, anywhere that's a low in the minus is slightly out to win. So that's a good indication for us that you're doing that move there just about enough. Because when we bring that into a full swing, you're still going to get the shallower angle of attack from here. And then we're just going to feel that club working more in front of us and rotating,
Yeah,
as
I get
opposed
you.
to...
Right behind. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I get you.
So we may see, I'm not too sure, I've done this with a couple of clients in the past and we've seen it stay around that number, the low minus, or sometimes when it's got to full swings, it's crept back into the plus, which is slightly into out, but nowhere as high as the 4 or 5 mark.
Yeah, so it's not going to go too far.
Exactly, yeah.
Left. Or right, I suppose.
Good. Let's have a look at that one there. Good. It's a great move there. Really good. And if we just compare that quickly to, let's go, oh, we'll be able to have a look at that one actually. There we go. So obviously, difference between a full swing and chipping swing, but just watch this on the way through. Have a closer look here as well. Come on over. So from obviously that point, bigger swing on the right just because it's quicker, of course.
Yeah.
But there's impact. Pretty much there.
It's a lot better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
Obviously, in the full swing on the left, we're gonna when that full swing on the left comes in, we're gonna start to see more turn there with the hip, which is gonna look great. The key is there, just bringing this room into play. The room there, rather than being somewhere at that point.
Yeah, like much more in front of myself.
Exactly, yeah. That's it. Right, let's keep going.
See what happens. Same drill.
Yep. Good.
I just need to come up with the chest a bit, I reckon.
Well done. Minus 2.2. That's great. Really good. Let's have a look at the direction there. Great. What was the face angle? Yeah, that's good. Okay.
Yeah.
That's really good. Right. Keep going.
Face angle being...
Yeah, so when the face angle's in the minus, that'll always be closed, so pointing to the left for us right-handed players. So here, a good indication, having a look at these three numbers here, minus 2.2 for club path, minus 2.5 for the face angle, gives you a difference of 0.3. So that's the face to path ratio, and because those two are so close together, that's why it's gone straight in that direction to the left.
Yeah, so it's kind of gone like
Yeah.
minus 2.2 degrees left of
Exactly.
yeah,
That's it. So we want to try and get the idea of really exaggerating this move we've got here, because it's not just the path that was encouraging that draw shot, is obviously going to be the face closing down as you release in the club. We want to try and see that face angle half of that club path to start to see that ball come back and fade back.
Yeah.
Obviously, if it doesn't do it in the full swing, that's fine. It's just the feeling that matters.
Yeah,
So whatever you can do in a chip shot to get that now working back on target, that's going to be great for the full swing, because you're going to be holding that face off a bit longer and stopping it from going left. How did that one feel?
That felt like very
good. Well done.
Good contact. Like,
Really good. So we've got that little shape there, which is great. Face angle on that one.
and that did feel like you said, like I held off it instead of coming round here.
Yeah.
Almost like held off a little bit with the face angle.
Yeah, that's it. So we're feeling, obviously on the way through, it's that motion now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the hands are still going to work left and that way, but the club wants to be staying
square. Almost.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It'll feel open to you, but it'll be technically square when we add speed to it.
Yeah.
Really good. Well done.
I know it's only a little swing, but it's coming out at the middle of the club face.
Let's have a look at the strike on there. Pure. Really good.
Yes.
And then the swing. That's great there. Obviously that takeaway is a bit on the outside, but that's fine because that's just encouraging that downswing move. So just out of interest, like I said, that isn't an issue because you're really encouraging that motion. Yeah. But let's hit one now and see if you can get that takeaway back on plane and then feel that not over the top move, you're just trying to get the club to work underneath your chest a little bit more.
Yeah, I get you. So kind of like, just think about that being tucked in a bit more again.
That's it.
All right.
Good effort. Let's have a look at that takeaway. Oh, well, excellent numbers. Club pass, a touch into out, face angle perfectly square, nearly on the Hall of Fame. Good effort. Really good effort. Looked like it started right, did it? Let's have a look. Yeah, so face angle, didn't register the club path, I think, but that's fine. I think it's because the ball's a bit too far away, but we need it for the camera angle there.
Yeah.
But having a look at that path there, that's definitely a touch over the plane, isn't it, there? When you have a look at that motion, if not on plane.
Yeah.
But as the hands are disappearing at that point, ahead of the club face, we're definitely holding that angle off.
Yeah, I did. That one did feel a bit more less. I'm sorry, a bit less, more like that rather. You know, when I came, it felt
bit extended.
Yeah.
So you're sort of increasing that.
Yeah.
As opposed to keeping it there.
Yeah, that one did feel like that anyway.
Okay.
Try one more.
Right, one more like that. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah. So club path in the minus, face angle a little bit closed again. What felt different on that one, do you think? Or was there anything that felt a bit different?
A little bit L, but a little bit
chicken wing, yeah. Got you. Cool. Right. This one now, how far are they going? Just before I say hit it 100 yards. Okay, so I want you to hit a 7.9 now for me, 120, and we're going to go for total distance.
Total 120,
yeah.
so double it basically.
Yeah, so that one then was a total of 94 yards. So to get that to 120, how much further back have you got to take it, would you say? Probably about to my hand maybe here?
Yeah, probably a full 7 really.
Not for you. Not for you, it goes too far, way too far. Right.
Right, okay, so
I'm just going to bring the total distance on there as well now. Same feel, that's it, yeah. Just about there I would say.
And then
same feel as before, that's it. Keep turning. There you go, that's the one.
Yeah.
Good effort. Total was really good, 122.4. Club path is great. That's a good indicator that you're really exaggerating this move. Look at that now, working more over.
Just the face angle still super closed.
Exactly, yeah. And in a way, we've worked that over a touch too much, but it's good to see you can exaggerate it.
Yeah.
That's what I'm liking there. Yeah, really good finish position there as well. Right. Come on, let's get that little fade. So feel that takeaway, that's it. Good. Good effort.
No, that wasn't the best.
But that's miles better there. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
I know obviously it felt horrendous, but that is what we wanted to see. Look at this one here. That's great.
Yeah,
really
right
good.
in front of me, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Staying down on it. Right.
How's that one feeling?
I felt alright. It's not quite, I just need to swing it higher, I think. Or a bit bigger. Let's try it again.
Yeah, great with the downswing though there. Really good. That's it, yeah. That was probably your best one. That looked really good. Great finish position there. Really good. So the path is very, very neutral, which is great. Face angle and touch closed. But we don't mind that being a touch closed. It's just a slight little pull back, isn't it? You know.
All's fine.
Okay. So that totaled 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, so
Wasn't satisfying.
now we're going to work our way up into slightly bigger swings. So we're going to go 140 now. Okay. But here's the trick. You can go a full swing if needed, but the rule is you've got to stop before you hit this alignment stick.
Okay.
So the idea is that you're really forcing those arms to come through and left, and you're almost, the feeling is you're putting the brakes on, that's it, yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to help you really exaggerate that feel at speed,
Yeah.
doing it. So I'm just going to bring this here. Just do a practice swing for me so you get the hang of it, but don't worry if you hit it to start off with there. Yeah, so that would have hit. Yeah, so it's true. You've almost got to feel like you stop at the ball.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, good.
You really do, don't you? I feel like you're stopping here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Testing your core strength, this. Right.
Yeah,
Bring it
stop
there.
it.
Good. Really good. Great effort. Let's have a look at that club. So, club path is nice. A touch into out. That's great. Look at that. Look at the room you get in there.
In front of myself.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just zoom in on that just so we can all see. Switch that light off. There you go. So there. Look at the room you've got here now. Still tricky to see, but there's more room here than before. And then I'm just going to play it again. There. Look at where the club's working now. Back on playing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's great there. Really nice on the way through.
I'm coming up less as well, aren't I?
Yeah, exactly. You're staying right in your posture. I mean, that there. Much better than before. Before it was like here, wasn't
it was really high, wasn't it?
Yeah. Right, a couple more like that. No.
How far did that go?
Oh, good question actually.
Just so I know.
104.
What some more needed.
Don't forget the strike was a little bit off, so call that one about 120. Good. Tricky, isn't it?
Yeah, especially when I get to like here and all I'm thinking about is that elbow.
Stop,
and then I suddenly get here and I'm like, oh wait, no, I need to stop.
Let's have a look again though. Great there. Again, excellent. Look at your club path. Again, slightly into wow to 2.8. That there is great if you wanted to work a draw. That there is really good. Whereas obviously 5, 6, you're starting to see that big draw to and getting too high. You're right.
So what happens if I?
That's great. Really good.
I'm gonna try and think about, on top of all the other things, think about something at the face angle.
Okay.
I don't think that was a big enough swing, to be fair.
Nice there.
Bit scoopy that one actually.
Yeah, I thought that was a bit more out to in. Look at that club path. A touch out to in. Face angle was great though, which led to that shot.
Straight down the middle.
Yeah, really good. It's a total 110 there. So now you realise bigger swing and you've got to go quick, but then stop before you. Yeah, exactly. Good. Well done. So now we've got it to 120. Let's have a look at that club path there. What happened on that one? Yes, so that one then got a little bit under.
Yeah,
so that's why that club path. Yeah, exactly. So now we're starting to feel it at speed. Like I mentioned earlier, we're shallow in the club, which is great, but we don't want to get stuck. We've got to turn. Yeah, got to allow those arms and hands to work under the sternum, chest.
Yeah, I get.
You've got to rotate. So it's all here. So just make a swing and stop there. There, keep going, all the way. That's it there. Good.
That's the one. Just keep this elbow like in my.
Yeah, so set it at the dress, that's it. Bicep curl, good. Great, really good.
Destroyed that stick, but you know.
So look at the club path there. So we've gone from 8 to 1.
Yeah.
Just from you feeling that, working more underneath the chest, underneath the sternum.
Because it's not really going left, is it? I mean, I know it is a bit,
but look at your total, 144. So now we've cracked that, we're going to push you a bit hard now. Okay. Going to try and get to 160 doing this.
So and you still want me to try and stop there? Okay.
Yeah, stop there. So you've got to think about, okay, once you get to the top, feel it working under the sternum, under the chest, get quick and stop. Good, well done. Nice, now we've got a touch of fade going. Now look at those numbers at the bottom. Total 152.9. You're 7.1 yards off. Look, touch of fade, great control, face angle there, touch open, club path and touch out.
And that's just
really good.
Just thinking about, like say, just that elbow just staying underneath there.
And then just swinging though.
Swinging, yeah.
That's it. Good. Right. Let's have a look at that one. Takeaway's looking great. Excellent at the top. Now we've working that shallower there. You can see it, can't you?
Yeah.
The little reroute at the top of the swing. Go and have a look from here, just so you can see it. So, obviously, takeaway's great here. Working all the way up to the top. There we go. All the way up to the top there. Little loop. Working shallower, which is great. We've been working on that rather than going the other way. And look at this now.
Right.
Brilliant there. Yeah. You can see there you've got a touch more room in that position there, which is great. Yeah, exactly.
That can work on that, can't it?
That touch of room makes a massive difference. It really does. Watch from here. It's dead on plate. Really good there. But that there on the way through, can you see how we're managing to still get the hands to disappear behind your body before the club? So there. So there's the hands and there's the club. So that's what we want to see. We don't want to see the club disappearing first because that'll indicate that we're sort of getting upright, stuck and flicking it again. It's there. There's the club. There's the hands. There's that motion on the way through. You're trying to hold it off still. And that's why I've got that alignment stick and getting you to stop there, because it exaggerates that feeling of holding off a bit more.
Yeah, need to stop. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah? Okay. Right then, one more like that. We can get to 160. Once you've done 160, then we can start to bring in the feel on the way through. How will it work when you get into the finish position? So work it up, put the speed on, and stop. Good. Oh, you stopped way short of the alignment stick. And the total's not what we wanted, but look at those.
But that is a
nice little draw.
little draw. Which is
So we're getting these numbers much close to zero. And again, we don't want them to be spot on zero, because it then creates a two-way miss, but these numbers are great. Every single shot that you've hit really well so far doing this, the club path, well, the face angle has been pretty much half of what the club path has been.
Yeah.
And that's always going to encourage a shot working back to your targets. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I'm like to say, I guess it's not the end of the world if it's a fade or a draw, but if it's going, if it ends where I'm aiming.
Exactly. That's the key.
Really matter,
if the ball finishes on the target, you're laughing, whether it's a draw or a fade. But that's what we can start to work out as you get used to this move. Definitely. Whether it's a little draw or a little fade, but they're really good numbers. And again, we have a look at that one. Just quickly. Really good there. Great move there. Look at the room there.
Yeah, building that room.
Yeah, that's excellent. Way more room. You could fit 2 lines there. Maybe 3. So there you go. Really good. Right, keep going. Come on, let's get to 160.
160.
Yeah, that's the goal. But rather than thinking down, we've still got to turn through, yeah? So go for it. Come on. Good. Well done. Oh, closer. Much closer.
I reckon I'd have to full swing it, you know.
Yeah? We'll do a full swing. Just stop there.
Just stop. Right, let's try a full swing where we're stuck really.
Good. That was excellent. Come on. Yes! Well done.
There we go.
There you go. So for you to do that full swing, club path got a little bit too into out, but face angle's much better. Much
That
better.
makes sense. So if that face angle had been like 2, it would have come out that way, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would have done, exactly, yeah. So just getting those two to match more. So that there, you could say, well, to get that club path lower, you know, you could hit a baby draw by doing 2 things. You could try and feel it more with the club path. So feeling like the arms are working more over the sternum
Yeah.
that way and swinging left, that's going to reduce that club path because you're feeling more out to in. The face angle there, if you wanted to increase that to start to see that motion, you just feel it with the wrist on the way through, holding it off more. So it's getting those two to match and getting the feels spot on.
Yeah.
But that's what's great about coming down here, because you can see all this on every single shot you hit.
Details of it rather than guessing.
Swing there, slightly more under. Yeah, you can see it there, can't you?
Yeah.
Almost where the club works a touch behind you,
Yeah.
as opposed to staying more out in front, but you still got more room there.
Just working on that room, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Right, so we've achieved 161, well done. So now the question is, how can we bring this into a full swing now? So obviously you did a full backswing, we didn't do a full
Follow through.
follow through, exactly. So you just stand there so you can see it. The feeling I want you to get just before we immediately go straight into following through that way is you're going to swing up to the top, feel the press, and then swing through. So it's there, and then through. No.
So same sort of thing, but then stop here and then follow through almost.
Exactly, yeah, so it's trying to do it in stages. So all of this here in the backswing, up to this point here, is all one motion. Stop there, because you're really putting the brakes on, exaggerating that hold off position, and then
follow it
you can
through.
allow it to follow through, exactly. And that's it, yeah, good. That was a great effort. That was really good.
Just sent it. 152.
Yeah, crushed it. Really solid swing there. Let's have a look at that one, the downswing there. Good. So obviously the room there, that's the reason why that's got a bit to the right, you've got a bit stuck. So again, it's just from the top working that way a bit more.
Yeah, work it. Right.
So go again. Good. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because you're sort of trying to go quick
Yeah.
and then stop, but nice shot.
That.
Much better. Club path now -3. So what happened there on the downswing? Coming more in front of you, isn't it?
Yeah, I did feel that, to be fair.
But I think that trail arm there, setting that position, will make it a lot easier as well. Because you can almost see the right arm, so it gets stuck there, a little bit behind. So keeping that there, like that set, that's it, yeah. That works really well for you. Nice. Very good. Club path -2.6. Really good. 157 doing that. That's brilliant. Excellent there. Yeah. I wouldn't overthink that for the time being, because you've still got a lot to think about in the downswing. It's just setting it there, just thinking, right, that's just going to stay there, as opposed to dragging that way.
Yeah, just keep it stable.
Exactly. Yeah. How was that one?
I mean, contact was mega.
Great. Really good numbers there. Total 166.9, so you beat me there. By 0.3 yards. 0.3, wasn't it? I'll have to have a look at that. That's really good there. Yeah. Excellent. Let's finish off one full shot, see if we can get above 170.
Okay.
So the idea here now is, because obviously when you put the brakes on,
Yeah.
it encourages that trail lead arm to extend, and you're holding it here. So now when it comes to full swing, just allow that to
Yeah.
fall through into finish. Now that sounded really good. Great effort. Let's have a look at that one. 167.6, excellent there.
Need to hold that.
Really nice there. But again, that's so close. The club path is great. We've gone from 7 in to out to that,
Yeah, to
which is
much-
really good.
just get that.
Just the face angle a touch too close.
But that's okay. That happens occasionally.
That's fantastic. Great swing there on the right. Look at the difference on these two. So I'm going to zoom out on this one so you can see it as well. And about there. Come a little closer, just so they can see on the camera. That's it. So obviously this one on the right is before, this one on the left is after. Can you see that? Obviously we've got very shallow there, too far underneath.
Yeah.
This is working shallow but out in front of you. Look at the club position there.
Move.
Club's here. Club's now there. Look at that on the way through. Excellent there. You can see there you're holding it off more there, which is great to see. That one, the club head's almost overtaking the hands. So really good stuff there. So the few things, dead simply, are, I'll just take that to show you. So just as a little recap for you is that as we're swinging on the way back, the feeling is we're trying to get the arms to work more under the sternum. Feeling of the hands working left, holding the face off. And then we're just putting the brakes on to finish. That's the feeling there for that drill swing. And then just a little bonus tip for setup, you're just setting the right arm in position as if you used to do a bicep curl to help set it in position so it's there, working it that way. All right, just as simple as that.
There you go.
Well done, mate. Great work. Really good.
Pleasure.
Thank you, mate. That was good.